arrested?
Yes, definitely. I think that the right people have been arrested.
Vusimuzi cat Matlala is financially supporting the Minister of Police and Mr. Brown Mogotsi's political endeavors.
Matlala's funding was a usual thing that usually happens.
Can you see why this is problematic?
I can see why you think it's problematic.
In the court of public opinion, Vusimuzi cat Matlala is accused of committing a long list of murders. In this court of justice, Matlala, his wife, and 2 others are charged with a killing they allegedly tried but failed to execute. That of actress and public personality Tebogo Thobejane, an ex-girlfriend to Matlala, now in hiding, fearing for her life. It's been 2 years since you were nearly killed. How are you doing? How are you holding up?
It's been a rather difficult 2 years because within after the 2 years I've literally been on the run. And it's also been very difficult for me because the lady that was sitting in the car with me, she can't walk at the moment. It has been very difficult for me, my family.
Where were you coming from? Where were you going? What happened?
We're doing an audition for a club that I was supposed to open. After the audition, which was in California, we decided to go to the Signature Bar, which is a Morningside shopping center. We all got tipsy, and then we were planning to drive back to my house and have an after party. On our way, I think about a couple of streets later on Rivonia Road, after we turned towards the police station, going straight past the police station, and we heard a shot. I was surprised, confused.
On your side? Was it shot on your side?
Yes, it was shot on my side.
And where was Japan sitting?
Next to me. I asked her, have you been hit? She's like, yeah, I've been hit. So we drove to Four Ways Hospital, and we went to the emergency. Immediately, I made 1 or 2 phone calls, and then the police came. An amazing policeman from took down our statements, and that guy, when you find out how we found the criminals and how everything came out, you'll truly believe in the grace of God and in His timing.
And then we can speed up the process.
Do you think the right people have been arrested?
Yes, definitely. I think that the right people have been arrested. They were my first suspects when all of this happened. People turning around and saying, how did you date such a man? And I said, there's no man who comes up to you and tells you that, hi, how are you? I'm a killer. I do all these dirty things. And what. You meet a handsome man who's spoiling you, and everyone wants to belong to someone. He's saying the right words. And I fell for it. Nothing deeper.
Tell us about the Vusimuzi you know, or you knew.
Well, I can't really go into much character about the person because of the court case, unfortunately.
How long were you together?
I can't also go into that because based on the court case, anything that I say can be held against me.
And just tell us about Japan's injury. She was shot in the spine.
She was shot, a bullet that hit between her rib and then the back of her spine, one, right? And then eventually we found another one at the bottom of her 6 months later.
So is the prognosis that she will never walk again?
I don't go into this kind of discussions with her because it's kind of like negative. She is strong and she's doing her physio, and sometimes she can be on crutches.
But she hasn't walked in 2 years, basically.
She doesn't blame me. Her family doesn't blame me.
Why would he want to end your life? Do you think?
First of all, I don't think we had a great ending to our relationship because of what happened, which is what I can't disclose. You see, certain things I've written down as statements, and I don't want to contradict myself on any. As you know, this is a fragile case. Clearly, he did not like me as a person. Thirdly, that lady didn't like me as a person. Then maybe I do know one or two things.
And obviously, a lot has emerged about who he really is, more than anybody ever knew in the country. How does that make you feel?
My name will never be the same again. And not one government institution, not anything has come up to us and checked if we're okay. All we're doing is just watching a bunch of men run around and argue amongst themselves. No, you did that, he did that, you did that. What about us victims? What about our safety?
Why do you think it took the police so long to crack this case?
This case has been cracked for a long time, but because of influence and power.
The arrest couldn't be made.
Tonight, I address you on a matter that concerns the security of our country.
Trust me, with what the president said yesterday, a lot of people might even retract from trying to come out about this guy because he did not fulfill any confidence. That's actually made us more afraid.
You mean on Sunday?
It really was rather shocking that no accountability is being taken for us victims.
Provincial Commissioner.
Nobody wants to be associated with this whole thing.
How do you respond to people who say that you brought this to yourself? I'm sure you've heard people say that, that you were hanging out with the wrong people.
Let me tell you something. In our industry, there's never going to be a situation where women in our industry are not hanging out with men that are compromised to a certain extent. And then this is not what happens to South Africa. Our culture is so used to women being killed, women deserving this. I hang out with policemen, I hang out with businessmen, I hang out. That man was in a business of security. Shouldn't I have felt safe? I didn't see anybody being shot in front of me.
Has the state done anything to secure your safety?
Unfortunately, when you look at the situation, you become also afraid of people in the state because it looks like when they dip in further, there's more to everything that meets the eye. Any sort of security based on the fact that I've been made a poster child, especially for this particular person's crimes, is very frightening because it clearly has a huge circle. So security-wise, I am taking care of it myself, financing all of it myself. This clearly goes deeper than just my attempted murder, as we've stated. When they've looked into his phone, they've realized the ties he has in the underworld, the ties he has with the police. Whereby now, people want to perceive that I should know some of the stuff that he does, and it puts me in a lot of danger because maybe people that he's done work with will think that I have something on him. And outside, people look at you as someone who has done something wrong. The justification of the person shouldn't be looked for from me. It should be looked for from him. What does he think I know that he would feel that he would want to put out a hit on me? And that lady, I don't know. I've never done anything to her. Obviously,
The wife, Thobejane.
Yes. Based on the case and certain things about the case, I can't go further in, our relationship between all of them. This you'll have to hear about it in court. But clearly they are, to me, very, very dark people. They sleep at night knowing that they've put a young girl in a wheelchair. They sleep very well at night, live their lives, and while we suffer. This is why I wanted to my foundation because I realized that people don't have anywhere to run, and where, just like the road accident fund, if you are done for such a bad crime, there should be a way that the state should compensate. Japan is the lady I was with in the car. Her mother is paying bills, medical aid, rent for her child, and some things obviously I can't really engage in how far and what's wrong with her. But let me tell you something. What they've done to this girl is terrible. And I don't think they regret what they've done. I think they regret being caught.
You should tell him to stop. But right now, you're about to enjoy this flame-grilled burger. With fresh vegetables, juicier, and with a fluffier bun.
Flame-grilled perfection. New 2 for deals, now available in store.
When your baby, it's for you, leaves you all alone. Ain't nobody calls you on the phone. Don't you feel like a cry? Don't you feel like a cry? Yeah. Don't you feel like a cry? Come on, cry to me. Oh yes. You don't ever have to walk alone. You see.
Coronation. Trust is earned.
At Pick n Pay Hypermarket, our birthday is a big deal. Get 750ml Wild Africa Cream Liqueur for only R119.99 each. And smart shoppers get 500ml Castle Lager cans, 2 6-packs for only R160. Plus, P&P Firelighters free, only at Pick n Pay Hypermarkets.
It starts with a spark, a feeling that defies explanation. The road shifts, and you move with it, like it was always meant to be. It's power and purpose, designed to reflect you. The new Audi A3 range. This is you. This is us. This is Audi.
Insurance is all about saving you cash on your car insurance. But what if they don't? Well, you still get something out. Yep, you can ask for 500 Rand cash in your bank account just like that. But listen to this, if you don't save and you can claim free and with the same insurer for 3 years, you can ask for 1,500 Rand cash. Do it now. You just can't lose.
Go to outsurance.co.za for a 10-minute quote that could save you thousands.
An analysis was conducted on electronic communication of this arrested person. This analysis reveals communication between the arrested Vusimuzi at Matlala, Mr. Mogotsi, an associate of the Minister of Police, as well as the Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu.
I don't even know what is an associate. I always see law firms written, Mama Mang and Associates Incorporated. I don't know. I'm not an associate.
The response from the Chief of Staff was that Mr. Mogotsi is an associate of the Minister, but is not employed in a department.
I'm happy that there is a judicial commission of inquiry. The Chief of Staff, of course, will have an opportunity to respond as to whether did he say that in actual fact.
The Minister denied on record. Go and Google a visual presentation to the Portfolio Committee on the 5th of March this year, towards the end of that briefing, where the Minister of Police responded and he said he does not know this Mr. Mogotsi. He said that in Parliament.
I'm no associate to the person that General Mchunu is referring to.
I called him and said, did you say you don't know me? He said, no. I said I don't know Brown Mogotsi as an associate. There was no way he could say he doesn't know me. But because I asked him, the minister, you saying, he said no. They showed me a picture again. They did mention you as an associate. And that's why he emphasized, I know you as a comrade from Northwest.
Further analysis of the chats indicates that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala is financially supporting the Minister of Police and Mr. Brown Mogotsi's political endeavors. This is supported by the evidence of conversation and the proof of payments of guests for January 8 traveling cost and the Ghana dinner in Cape Town, which was done in 2025.
Matlala's funding was a usual thing that will happen, that usually happens during your January 8. Business people will fund tables, transportation. How could the investigation team, why did the investigation team in Gauteng end up giving him those communications, which I'm not denying? There are...
You're not denying the communications between you and
Matlala? No, I'm not denying. And for what Matlala is arrested for is none of my business. If he's my friend or someone I know, it has nothing to do with his arrest. He'll go to court and answer for that. Even when someone meets with the president or myself meeting with Matlala, he never told me in advance, well, Baba, be careful. I'm a kingpin, I'm this, I'm that. We are meeting him as a business person. It doesn't necessarily say you are endorsing the person. And I believe the reason he kept the messages is because there was nothing wrong that you were doing. He could have deleted them. And General Mchunu was going to stand there saying nothing about me and Matlala. I know Matlala.
On the 2nd of January 2025, at about 10:05 in the morning, Vusimuzi Cat Matlala receives a copy of the letter of the disbandment of the political killing stars team from Mr. Brown Mogotsi, who is an associate with the Minister of Police.
The letter of the disbandment of the political task team was all over the social media. And remember, Cat Matlala was harassed by the same political task team. And to my knowledge that he's been disbanded, I believed will make him feel very safer, because they've, in many occasions, intruded his house, and there was a lot of engagement between Parliament, the Minister, and the National Commission of Police about the disbandment. It did not just happen overnight, as they're saying. It happened unceremoniously and what, but no. The Minister made it clear in that letter also. The purpose of the formation of the political task team, because it was based in KZN, was no more fruitful and appropriate, and then he decided that it should be dissolved. It's not true that it was because of me.
But if you claim that it was from social media, why was it important for you to send that letter to Matlala?
He assisted with so many things, school fees. One media house interviewed someone who was doing artificial intelligence and that I paid for his studies and stuff. Some of the assistants came from Matlala. That's how I know him.
So you felt loyal to him to warn him that, look...
No, it was an excitement. Remember, the political task team harassed him more than once. Now, and he was always complaining to me that he really wants to meet the minister. He wants to complain and give him his frustrations.
Why would he say that to you, that he really wants to meet the minister if you're not an associate of the you're not the link?
No, he knows I'm his comrade. I'm the one who was running his branding when Senzo wanted to be a Secretary General of the ANC in 2017. I was running his branding.
So you are a direct link then to Senzo Mchunu. Is that why Cat Matlala asked you that, please, can you help me meet the minister?
Not in the police environment, as a comrade. As a comrade.
But can you see how problematic that looks?
Yes.
That you are trying to link Cat Matlala to Senzo Mchunu. Yes, who's a comrade, but who's in the police. When Matlala is a person that has all these allegations of criminality behind it. Can you see why this is problematic?
I can see why you think it's problematic. In January, Matlala was not arrested. Matlala, I didn't know him as a criminal. But check now. Hey, Mr. Brown, hey, the police after me, what political caste team and all those things. There are so many allegations with Matlala made about also General Mchunu that I cannot mention. I've asked him for a statement. I've asked him if he can allude to what he was saying. Since he did not use it to writing, I cannot mention. But the moment the team is dissolved, I was at liberty to say, yeesh, my man, this problem of political caste team is now over, they are dissolved. Not in the context that I have influenced it, that it should be dissolved, or my proximity to Comrade Senzo has led to its dissolvement.
At Food Lovers Market, we believe great biltong starts with great South African beef. We use a mouth-watering mix of quality spices and rubs crafted to bring out a flavor like no other. It is then dried to lock in that perfect taste, texture, and tenderness. So, for the best value in the country, come to the home of biltong, only at Food Lovers Market.
We do smiles. We do safe spaces. We do inquiring minds and happy faces. We do full tummies. We do happy feet. We do healing hands, healthy hearts, wagging tails, and winter warmers. We also do insurance, outsurance, making sure that you always get something out.
Hollywood Bets Spinner Zonke. Our blockbuster range of branded games bring out that winning feeling. Stir it up with crazy spins in the wild world of Hollywood Bets Joker Win. Experience a burst of fresh, fruity flavor when you spin for wins in Hollywood Bets Citrus Splash. Ancient Egypt comes to life with Hollywood Bets Lil Sphinx, leading you to precious treasures and big wins. Hollywood Bets, it's more fun to spin with us.
Hi, what you up to?
Looking for a playlist.
What kind of playlist?
Road trip. Road trip.
I've got the best playlist.
Coffee, anyone? How about something original?
You know, it's really all about the opening track.
Ah, found it. Thank you, guys. My cups.
That's right.
Mr. Brown Mogotsi sends a WhatsApp message to myself, Lieutenant General Mchunu, regarding the allegation on the defeating the ends of justice matters which were widely publicized, which involves an incident that happened at the correctional service at Mpangeni in KwaZulu-Natal. Mr. Brown sends this message in September last year, long before the news came out in public about the incident that happened at Mpangeni.
Yes, it's true. I did send him a message. And I'm from Mafike in the Northwest Province. Logically, how will a man like me from Norway just pick up a phone and WhatsApp General Mchunu and being a provincial commissioner? I did send him a message.
Why?
And I also, just before answering why, I believe he has violated the Non-Disclosure Act. A person of his level, when contacted with the information which was so relevant, he even responded to my phone, to my WhatsApp, very long, explaining to me what really transpired. I told him, I believe there is a motive to deal with you with a defeated the end of justice and whatever. It's true, I sent him that message.
Where did you get that from?
Forget about where do I get the information? Because the platform is now coming where I will reveal who am I. I have a right. I'm in a position. There's nothing wrong with the information I have. I'm going to be a witness because I'm in the center of this. The platform of that nature will allow me to say how and where did I obtain the information. But the fact that it shows that being from Mafikeng, General Mkonazi being another province, there was need for me, which I must prove in that platform during that process, why I felt he should be informed of the defeating the ends of justice case. He responded to me about the drugs and the correctional civil.
You felt that you need to warn him.
Yes.
But you are just an ordinary citizen.
No. Don't presume I'm an ordinary person. The platform will explain my underground operations and responsibilities.
By underground, what do you mean?
Any other responsibility that can assist the state.
Underground, military-wise, underground, what does that mean?
Underground means underground. Means where the state can be assisted with information to fulfill or execute its duties, where I'm in the center. If I have that information, I'm able to provide it to the state. South Africans must check if the information I'm giving is accurate, is it useful, is it lawful. Even Matlala has his story about General Mkonazi. He'll put, I hope, if he's mentioned, he'll be supported to come out of prison and give his side of story in this judicial.
Have you spoken to Vusimuzi, Cat Matlala, after this whole expose?
No, he's in prison. He doesn't have access to phones.
He does.
No, I saw it on TV. He was caught on the phone, but he never called me. Or we never spoke.
Were you ever part of the CR17 campaign and funding the campaign?
No, the funding. Yes, I was, of course, in my small region, Mafikeng, small sub-region. We were part of people who wanted Cyril Ramaphosa to be the president against Jacob Zuma.
So you campaigned for the CR17 campaign.
Yeah.
You never funded it?
I don't have the ability. I don't have that money to fund. I could maybe give branch 10, 17 rand or buy food for the volunteers, 300-500 rand. I never funded it. I'm not capacitated enough to fund any campaign.
Do you regret anything in your involvement in this whole thing?
No.
To the captain. The tears. This Braden got kissed by so many white women that he just never could believe it.
Braden, are you experiencing nostalgia?
I was there, Masika.
You were there
30 years ago on this day. I was kissed by so many white women in South Africa. I've never been kissed by so many white women. Like in 1995, we won the World Cup.
From a struggle artist and political detainee under apartheid, he became a celebrated champion of freedom of expression in a newly democratic South Africa.
To really go into attack mode when people are trampling on other people's rights.
For Jonathan Shapiro, aka Zapiro, the drama and the defiance were far from over.
I came up with this idea and I got such a shock.
My immediate reaction when I saw that cartoon was fuck.
And Monji phoned me up and he said, Eish, comrade. This is hectic.
Once you've seen it, there ain't no going back.
Don't miss the award-winning documentary film, The Showerhead. Sunday, 27th July at 10 p.m. on ENCA. DSTV channel.